Good morning, family. Good morning. Welcome to Morning Devotion with Pastor Dean, Senior Pastor, Sustaining Faith Ministry. Hey, it's a joy to be before you this morning. I pray you're all doing well. I pray you're all on a mission, on an assignment that has been ordained by God, and you are in the mission of completing it. This morning, I want to talk to you about something that's very important, that we have to guard our minds and guard our hearts, because the devil comes in many different disguises. If we look at the book of Genesis, the devil was a serpent. They have him as a high angel. They also have him as a sheep in wolf clothing. And so they also have him in the book of Revelations as a dragon. So in essence, what I'm saying is you cannot trust what you see by the eye. So you have to stay guarded. In fact, the Bible tells us that we need to renew our minds each and every day. And in order to do that, you've got to be able to trust in the Lord. So I want to bring your attention this morning to Psalm 62:8. Trust in him at all times. O people, pour out your heart before him. God is a refuge for us. Now, David wrote this psalm, and what it means is trust in him at all times, whatever you're going through. And the thing about trust is it's hard, because you can trust and still be hurt. So you really have to work at it on a daily basis. As things go well in your life, you trust in God. As things are under fire in your life, you trust in God. Your focus is always based on God. And trusting God is an exercise of your faith, looking at God's goodness, looking at his power, looking at his promises above our fears and discouragements, above confusing doubts, above our immediate situation. You have to pour out your heart to God. God never wearies. He listens to the burdens that we have, because we're his people. So we always have to do everything in the mindset that we are trusting God. Everything that hurts us, every friend that maybe has done us wrong or has left us, every person that we came across that they seemed to be one way, but we found out later on that they were a totally different way. All these things still, yet we trust in God. Even when people talk about us, even when people backstab us, God is our refuge. So knowing God as our refuge allows us to trust him. David is a great example of someone who knew God as his refuge. At different points in his life, David was on the run from people who literally wanted to kill him, but he always found safety in God. When we turn to God for help, we begin to see him as our refuge. There is no situation, I want to say that again, there's no situation we will ever face that is out of God's control. So the best place to be is right with him. So I want to encourage you this morning to continue to trust God, continue to keep yourself guarded, because the enemy, he's a roaring lion. The enemy is in every situation and every atmosphere that we allow him to get into when we are not guarded up, when we don't have our warfare on, understanding that these things that we fight against, the things that we struggle with, are not flesh and blood, but they are principles, and you're dealing with wickedness in high places. And so we have to understand that God is the refuge. He is the way. He is the life. And I want to encourage you this morning, no matter what you face, know that you can trust in God. I want to encourage you this morning. You may start out your day and you may think things are going to be all right. Something may come up. I do not know. But I'm praying that you still trust in God, because trusting in God will give you victory. Trusting in God will give you the peace that you need. Trusting in God will give you the discernment that you need to go forward in your life. And when you trust in him, you grow closer to him. And when you grow closer to him, you know without a shadow of a doubt that he'll never leave nor forsake you. So go out today Be blessed. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Know that God is with you. He's walking and he's leading you to a path that leads to a righteous place. You just got to trust in him and follow it. Have a wonderful day. Know he loves you, and he loves you. Be blessed.